Hello, my name is Carlos Millsap. I'm a National Vice President with FEG Insurance Services. And I'm here to talk to you a little bit about life insurance, one of those things that people don't like to talk about, but it's very important. Here's a thing that you might not know. There's over 311 million people that live in the United States. But what you don't know about those 311 million people is that 44% of them do not have only 44% of them have life insurance in 2010, which was a 50-year low. In 1960, 72% of them had life insurance. If you see, the numbers are starting to drop in the United States. In 1992, 52% owned it. Now, 70% of U.S. households with children under the age of 18 will say that if the primary wage earner were to pass away, to die, to leave, what happens is they don't realize is that the income goes with them, with that person to pass away. Now, these kids, these 18-year-old kids, the 18 and under, realize that if that person passed away, that the finances is going to be pretty difficult in that household. You know, they're not going to be able to afford any food. They're not going to be able to take care of their rent. That's not the way we want to leave our families. $15.3 trillion is the estimate of how much money is needed in these families every year that goes unmet. Now, there's something that we can do about that. Now, what over 50% of households believe is that they cannot afford life insurance right now. That's the reason why these people are passing away without life insurance, because they feel they can't afford it. But what they don't understand is that they cannot not afford not to have it. That's right, they need to have it. And realistically, when you look at the numbers, it's just pennies a day to take care of something that will happen down the future. Now, we have insurance for everything. We have insurance on our phones, our cars, our houses, everything else. But we don't have insurance on something that we know that's going to happen, which is death. So we need to look down the road. We need to look to see what kind of financial impact is going to have on our family if we die without having life insurance. Because what we're doing is we're taking our income with us to the grave. We don't want to talk or think about death, but the reality is that we're going to die, plain and simple. You know what the death rate is? The death rate is 1 per person. That means that everybody is going to pass away eventually. Life insurance is affordable when you really think about it, because it's a household continuation plan. What is the household continuation plan? It's a plan that you put in place for your family to make sure that your household is able to maintain even though you're gone. You want the money to stay there. See, your boss, you may be working a job, but your boss is not going to continuously send a paycheck to your house because you're gone, because you're not providing any value. So you can actually put together a household continuation plan to make sure that your family is provided for. You have to think about, I'm gone. How are the bills going to be paid? How are they going to get transportation? How are my kids going to go to college? We have to put together the household continuation plan. See, most people have the old type of life insurance. What do I mean by the old type of life insurance? We call it a box plan. It means that you have to die in order for somebody to get a check. Well, with the new type of life insurance, it's a life insurance you don't have to die to use. What people don't realize is that 70% of people before they reach the age of 65 will have either a heart attack, stroke, or cancer. Now, if you know that the odds are stacked against you, don't you think that you should put a plan in place to take care of you and your family in case you do have a heart attack, stroke, or cancer, or some other critical illness? Well, that's what the new type of life insurance does for you. So we want you to begin to think about putting a household continuation plan in place so that you will be prepared and your family will be prepared and that you won't have financial devastation. Thank you. Once again, my name is Carlos Millsap, National Vice President with FEG Insurance Services.